One of them is a little worn.
A little worn. It's not there.
Well, there's another one, though, that's in pretty good shape. There's another one in pretty good shape. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I could get this, bolster the roster a little bit, you know.
It's bad. It's bad.
Steve's just mad because he's a big guy and he can't fit.
No, listen, that back there,
and that's not a fat joke. You're a you're down about 50 pounds.
You know what? Nope. You already said it. I'm going to Twitter right now.
No, don't.
Yep.
No, it's simply.
Isn't that such a liberal perspective?
Blank is 5'11". That's all.
Doesn't it suck to get fat shamed on the air? By
millions of people listening.
Yeah.
Just heard Nikki.
Oh, man.
I knew how that was going to
you're
sound.
a big guy.
Oh, man.
You're just mad because you can't fit anybody's leftovers.
You're just mad because you can't wear any of it. Oh, wow.
It's just because you're
ouch.
That has nothing to do with weight, and you're looking good. You're down like 100 pounds
funny.
or whatever.
Compliment sandwich time.
The most PC people are usually the meanest people at heart. Isn't that funny how that works?
I was just saying.
Go ahead.
Big guy.
Put the jelly on one side.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. I mean, you know,
put the peanut butter on the other.
Yeah. I mean, you're still a fat slob, but I mean, you've lost a little weight. I mean, that's really nice of you.
You could be at fighting.
You see how you went over the top? Like, you've lost like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, you're down like 250 pounds. We
you're basically withering away. Yeah.
Are you sick?
How about that? Yeah. Is everything wrong?
Seriously, your weight in high school, you wouldn't be able to fit in those things.
Okay.
You're just a bigger guy.
Whoa! You've never been.
Wow! I've never been attacked like this verbally.
Abused, Steve.
Abused. I'm sorry. Abused.
Steve, you're an Adonis.
Oh,
you're a big, beautiful Adonis.
Oh.
Now he's calling you a BBW. Whew.
I know.
Jesus
Man,
gracious.
it's sad.
I said BBA.
Sad.
Big, beautiful Adonis.
Sad.
A woman.
Sad.
Okay.
I can't fit in it. You can't fit in it either.
Blank's a lovely, svelte man.
Fat ass.
You're a big, strong dude. It's just science.
Okay, Steve. I'm gonna get right into it.
Okay,
How
let's
many?
do it.
Okay, I watched a little basketball, just channel surfing, whatever.
Thanks, Texter. By the way, somebody said this show should be a safe place. We don't body shame on 93.9. Save that for noon, Nick.
It was originally designed to be a safe place for Louisville
I didn't
fans.
need to hurt your feelings.
Texter, I appreciate you. Thank you, Texter.
And it
That's all I needed to hear.
It turned
At least
into
I know people
everything
out there
but.
got my back. Yeah.
It's become anything but a safe space.
Now there's nothing safe here. There's nothing sacred or safe. All right?
Okay.
Anyways,
Are you ready?
get to it. Yeah, I'm ready.
How
I want you
many?
to put one of those shirts on and tear it off like Hulk Hogan.
We're trying to, can we talk a little basketball?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Look, we have 2 hours to talk Louisville basketball. We don't get to suckle at the teat of both teams. So can we please use our 2 hours
For the safe space for the Louisville fan.
Yeah, now I'm lashing out. Like now, look, can we just?
Okay, I'll. Could you read the last text though? Someone called you a tall glass of water.
Thank you, Texter.
Yeah,
No, I appreciate the text line. Please, Marcus, proceed so we can try to fix our team's problems. Because, like I said, our team's the only one with problems. Because right now, I mean, it's obviously neck and neck between us and a flailing Kentucky. So,
and let's make sure anytime a team we've beaten loses, let's make sure we force feed this to the local media world, the local sports watching public. Oh, you know, Baylor lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know, Clemson lost. Hey, Wake Forest just lost to Boston College. You've
That's
actually.
you, by the way. I hope you know that. That's you.
They've actually. So none of your wins even count this year.
You're technically last place.
I love all these. I love that laugh.
This is all you.
Okay.
You're like Eric from Billy Madison.
The weasel laugh.
Okay, Steve.
All right. What
How how many superior athletes should be on a Louisville basketball team? And you know what I mean when I say superior.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As good as or better than what other teams have. I think, Steve, at the end of the day, that is the crawl. That is the itch we can't scratch.
Agreed.
Let me repeat that one more time for the texters and the callers. I can do the game where I say, do y'all know how good our record is and how big of a turnaround this is? You know what I'm saying? I can do that. Mm-hmm. And I have all the metrics. I have all the analytics. I have all the videos of every other team talking about. The only team that was really disrespectful towards Louisville is Tennessee and Ron Slay. And it's well-deserved. Outside of that, any other medias or locals or 93.9, the whatever, insert team logo, they've all been very appreciative. Actually, Shire was a little disrespectful too.
Yeah.
He earned it too.
He's earned it.
Yep, he's earned it.
Yeah.
But
he's beat us 4 times
I think
in a row.
the only thing that we can't, that we just the missing element that we, that just again itch you can't scratch is we don't have enough superior athletes. And at a program of this level, you got to have those, or the fan base is almost getting, or feel like they're getting gypped.
I couldn't agree more with you. I really couldn't.
Okay.
Couldn't agree more with you on this. And part of it for me, you asked me at the beginning, what should that number be? 2.5 to me is the number. There should always be, and why I say 2.5 is I could have 2 and live with it. I think the number needs to be 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is Louisville.
Yeah, no,
2.5.
I'm with you.
Low.
It is, but I mean, I'm not going to, because then I could fight back and say, oh, okay, well, even during the Rick Pitino years, tell me when I had 3 or 4 of the best athletes on the floor.
Okay, and when we say athlete, I want to do this. Quick twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how you and I like to see a pros versus Joes, and like you ever watch the dropping and reaction time when you see like a race car driver versus a wide receiver, and Tyreek Hill versus Mario Andretti, and just when they drop the ball from the machine and you got to catch them all, and like I'm not gonna say just jumping, and I think when I drag Coach Pitino into that one, you might not be the highest jumper, but the strongest body, the quickest twitch. I can physically dominate you with my defense, which is athleticism. So we're not just saying jumping. I think that's why my number might be higher.
And I can play that game. If you want to go that route, I can say, well, you've got a guy like Russ Smith.
Yes.
That you put in that. And you say, okay, yeah, but he was quicker than everybody. And I mean, he could get up.
Yeah, I was going to say, even without Russ Smith's jumping ability, if you just gave me Russ Smith, the defender, and Russ, like take away his scoring or not scoring, take away his shooting and just say he's a defender, a presser, and a guy that can finish around the basket.
But the reason why I can also live with 2 is what if.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a Nikki here.
Okay.
If I go 2, then my base height has to be like 6'8".
Well, or it's got to be like one of the examples I would give is Terry Rozier and Montrezl Harrell on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
And now that team also had guys like Chris Jones, and I think it had, I don't know if it was Jaden Johnson still on that team, you know, a couple guys like that, or a Ray Spalding. Jalen
Johnson.
Jaden Johnson plays for Trinity right now. Okay, Jalen Johnson. I get my names mixed up.
Get out of high school, Steve. I know you're having a little fun right now.
High school sports, man. Yeah, right now.
Leave him alone, coach. Let him focus.
Look, I'm locked into the high school game right now. But yeah. So that to me, if I've got two guys that are that elite, and Terry was, and is, and Montrezl Harrell is. Then that changes the game. And in the first year and a half, I guess we can go ahead and say pretty close to 2 years with Coach Kelsey, that's been the one thing that for sure has been. And for people asking about defense, I think they go hand in hand too, though. Like, I think the more athletes you have, the better you can be defensively. So,
Michael this year, James Scott last year.
Yeah, they're probably the two that you went. But even James Scott.
I know. I was going to say, James Scott has a vertical, explosion, but he's not. Like, this is how do you lead the league in dunks and percentage, and Marcus doesn't really want to give you athlete credit, because I think he just, or maybe, maybe I should add a disclaimer like the naturals.
Yeah, because for me, it's Michael, and that's the list.
It. What?
That's the list.
What about these idiots at the beginning of the year was like, this is one of the more underrated athletic teams I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I thought they were.
That was me all the way. But I want to do this. I want to throw him right.
I also had videos of Kamara punching on the baseline and stuff in July. That video is resurfacing.
I don't know.
What's he been doing since July?
I don't know if this is last summer, but granted, Steve, like we have fun, and we have fun with our just all-time bad takes, right? Mm-hmm. Just our all-time bad takes. Sure. Hey, I'm right way too much to be worried about the times I was wrong, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to throw somebody squarely under the bus in all-time worst takes in history.
Okay.
Tick Rogers.
Oh, man.
Tick Rogers, I don't care if it was last summer or this summer. I was having a moment like, dude, we're not athletic. And I'm telling you, Maven, these dudes are athletic. These dudes are athletic, man. I'm telling you. And I was letting him convince me. And I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. By the end of the conversation, I was like, you know how you just reset and just say, okay, I'm going to take his word for it. I'm going to just get a reset. Maybe he knows the athletic. Maybe he sees something I don't see. Maybe.
Maybe. Right.
Yeah. Maybe I will say this. I will say this, Steve. Conditioning, if you really have a good conditioning program, you see stuff that you never saw coming out of some of your players.
Sure.
When, just a stupid training camp, a crazy hard training camp, all of a sudden you're like, okay. So part of me wants to say, Foy, you had those guys so ready in the preseason that we thought we had an athletic team.
They were cut down.
You convinced me that Isaac McNeely was, what's your boy's name? What's his name? You know exactly
McClung,
who. Matt McClung.
Yeah.
McClung.
Yeah. Yes, I was convinced we had Mac McClung.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah. No, we don't. We don't. And I do think that's
texters. Give me a number. Because and you know what sparked this conversation, Steve?
I'm listening.
Yeah. This is so crappy of me to do. Last night I was cleaning out my bookmarks bar, right? because I bookmark everything that I might come back and check out later on, and I never come back and check it out later on. But I bookmark so much stuff.
By the way, Coach Lieberman is going to join us at 11 for a segment. He's gonna pop in and talk a little ball with us for a few.
That's perfect.
Says he's got a Tick Rogers story.
Even better.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'm
Coach Lieberman.
Sorry. Going through the bookmarks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I hit like sophomore year in 1999, Kentucky versus Louisville, right?
Okay.
And I was in the middle of taking notes. I was doing some training, and I couldn't help myself. I clicked on it, and it was kind of in the middle of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I started looking at the free throws, like whenever somebody was on the free throw line, I looked and everybody had cut up arms, with the veins popping out the arm. Like everybody did. You know what I'm saying? If there was like one person, and we used to tease him, like you talk about being body shamed. Dion Edwards,
Nick,
for Louisville.
Just tagging body shaming to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, thanks.
We body shamed him. I mean, Steve, we would go to meal, like pregame meal, and all it took is one time. One coach said, "You need to lay off this ingredient," right?
Yeah.
You need to lay off the potatoes, right? And I'm telling you, Steve, if Dion went and got one extra twice baked potato, I mean, the whole room just, ooh, coach, up. And they're delicious, Steve. The twice baked potatoes were a staple of our pregame meal.
I know, from anywhere on planet Earth.
I know. And it was just one of those things that we fought over, and we just shamed him because he was the only one that just wasn't cut, pretty much on the entire team. And I'm like, so athletically, like your team should be stacked with those, and again, I'm playing the game with you, and I think I'm being generous by saying 4.
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
What is Kobe Rogers?
Again,
you're just mad at him.
He's athletic.
He should go into the athletic.
He should, but you can be athletic, but if you don't use it, okay. What am I?
You're a testing athletic.
Yeah. Like you can test athletically, but look, I could go find the most athletic kid on planet Earth. Be like, hey, Coach Lieberman, let's take this athletic kid. Look how athletic he is, and then we start the game, and like he won't be athletic. Okay. Well, yeah. It's great. It's awesome. We can watch him dunk in practice. That's about all we're gonna get.
The rim check guy.
Yeah.
The almost dunk guy. He's just the best almost dunker you've ever seen in your life.
Yes. Oh, Lorenzo Wade, man. Yeah. That dude missed so many awesome dunks. Fantastic dunks. He was on the Final Four team, though, man. Good for him. He made the Final Four with us.
Babu says, "What did Coach Crum let Troy Jackson eat?" He snuck around. We tried.
He tried. Dude, he's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Troy is the 100% best example on the planet of there's no stopping. Somebody wants to do what they want to do.
Doc's on the line. You want to get him?
Yep. Let's do it.
Doc, welcome into 93.9. What's up, man?
Well, you're talking about measures of athleticism. I think the guys who are able to bounce, second jumpers, and guys who can move their feet and their hips, rotating from side to side on defense. You go back and look at guys like Mark McSwain, Otis George. Those were guys who, even if they weren't elite athletes, elite basketball players, were fantastic athletes who ended up having long careers overseas. Basically, they were not the stars on their team, but they were great athletes. But it's that guys who can bounce and make that second jump. We have guys who can jump once, and there's no way they're going back up after a second jump. and I think that's what we're missing.
100%.
Yep.
No,
great call. Yeah.
Couldn't, especially in the front court. We don't have anybody in the front court that does it or last year.
And I hate that because, like, I'm just throwing up this name. If this team ran into a Sean Marion, right? Just a second jumper, to Doc's point.
Yeah.
I mean, just tip, just quicker jumper, like he would chew you a lot. And he, not a skilled offensive guy, right? But just a quick second jump. And here's the thing. This is what I've always loved about Louisville, being recruited here. The idea of I could imagine in a quiet room, Coach Crum saying, just go get me 8. Go get me 8 athletes. Go get me 8 athletes, 1 point guard, and I'll teach them. I'll teach them fundamentals.
Without question.
But I have the tools to play against anybody because I have the athletes. And I think
nothing worse than not being able to compete in the game because you're not as athletic as that team. That is the worst way to lose.
It's the worst feeling as a fan.
Because you're helpless. I mean, you're absolutely helpless because that's not going to happen. Like, guys, hey, you can get hot down the stretch. Hey, you can lock in defensively. You can't get more athletic. It's what we got. 10 minutes left in the game, I'm not going to go, oh, my God, Rummage can go from the free throw line now. That's not going to happen.
You know what my only solution is to all
Nancy
this?
Kerrigan?
To all this athleticism discussion. You know what
That's Rummage with a pipe.
Why?
Why, God? That's the other team's starting point guard.
Now you're the bully, Steve.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, yeah, no, I'm a piece of crap. Totally. Go for it.
Low posture and boxing out.
Without question.
Now I'm double mad. Now I'm double mad. Because if I don't have the superior athlete and I don't have the most fundamentally sound boxing out, right?
Coach Lieberman calls it car crashing. Just violently, low posture and violently getting them out of the lane. If you don't have that, what do I? And I don't have athleticism.
Yeah, those are the only 2 paths to the second weekend and up.
Without question. It is without an upset. Without an upset.
Why'd you do that, Steve? You just could have let me keep cooking.
I could have.
I don't want to rely on the upset, Steve. I'm not talking about upsets.
You just said that, and then I was like, oh, my God, we're not going to the second weekend. My mind immediately went to... Let me save this. You never know. I mean,
where you at, Tom?
yeah. Well, you never know. I mean, 16 could be the 1.
Or an 8 could be the 9, or 9 could be the 8.
Somebody said I just tuned in and I see Rummage has devised a new strategy to win. Nancy Kerrigan. Yeah, that's the season's going great when it's like, wow, we can start just, as Nick would say, giving guys the pipe before the game.
Phrasing.
Verbatim, you say that.
Once or twice, but
what other path minus the athleticism, Steve?
Only non-conference.
Call me fat again.
This is
what other
lifetime antiphon.
Oh yeah, boy. You don't even know.
What other pathways? Okay.
Phrasing.
What would coaches' State of the Union, or I'll use progress report instead of State of the Union. What would Coach say as his State of the Union?
We want Nick to walk out.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
I was like, the train's actually a little late. I thought it would be here by now.
I'm not gonna be involved in this.
Late season State of the Union or progress report. Feel free to choose whichever verbiage you like. What do you think, Coach Kelsey? Now you can.
Coach Kelsey's?
Yes, you can do publicly, or you can say, "Hey, in the coaches meeting." Whichever one.
Listen, publicly, I don't care what he says publicly, because publicly is not going to be the truth. But behind the scenes, I guarantee you, when that portal opens, they're moving in the direction of athletic big men. There's no way, because here's the thing. Let me say this. I know we're coming up on a break, but let me say this. I am absolutely for Coach Kelsey being here for a long time, okay?
And growing with the job.
I'm willing to grow with him in the job. And, yes, that means, you know what, we might underachieve a touch, if you want to say that.
Whatever. Yeah, but Steve, listen, Steve, body count matters. Body count matters. Yeah. I don't care what anybody says.
Sure.
And if you keep on swiping left with coach conversation, it'll just be another body on your resume.
Without question.
And you devalue the product.
And he's here. No, you do. You do. Yeah, fair enough. You do, and you have him, and he wants to be here, and I want to see him grow in it. But that means, hey, going into next year, and this is my coaching state of the union for the staff.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
First off,
you know what? Let's take the break first.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to get into it, and I want to add to it or take away from it, and then we'll take a late break. Let's take a quick commercial break. Keep it rolling here on 93.9 The Ville.
Louisville women's basketball plays here.
Left wing, Scott, 3, got it! 16 for Raina Scott. The Cards lead for the first time in the second half.
The Cards are back in action tonight on the road at Georgia Tech.
It's going to be a big game for sure. I mean, Georgia Tech's playing hard. They're playing well.
Pre-game coverage begins at 5:30 with tip-off at 6. Right here on your play-by-play home of the Cards. 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Cold weather is here, and it can wreak havoc on your car. Weak batteries, worn brakes, low tire pressure, and slipping on winter roads. Don't wait until you're stranded. At Barnes Auto Service, ASE-certified technicians have kept Louisville drivers safe for over 40 years. From brakes to batteries, heating systems to winter tires, Barnes gets it done fast, fair, and backed by a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty. And for ESPN Louisville listeners, here's a winter treat. Get 10% off any repair or service when you mention ESPN. Visit BarnesAutoservice.com. Trusted, local, and ready to keep you moving this winter.
With over 20 locations all over town, Cox's and Evergreen Liquors is just around the corner, wherever you are, with more fast, convenient ways to shop. Park at the door and get in and out fast. Drive through for all your favorites. Order online or use our app for easy pickup, or have it all delivered right to your door. Wherever you stop, however you shop, get your liquor quicker at your nearby Cox's and Evergreen Liquors. Hurry in now.
Customer-focused technology experts, delivering equipment, service, and solutions for all your office, network, print, and mailing needs.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Authorized IT support specialist on world-class products and solutions from Rico. Lexmark, HP, Epson, and FP Mailing Solutions will simplify your daily work processes wherever you're working.
For today and tomorrow.
And their commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Discover the Rico Pro C9500 graphic print system for your outsourced print communication needs. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho Corporate Mailing Systems, and Rico. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online at duplicatorsales.net or at their store, 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah, and London.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Hi, this is Paul Rogers. Over the years, I've seen how injuries can slow anyone down. That's why when someone needs expert orthopedic care in Louisville, I point them to Ellison Bodenhausen. For over 50 years, Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics has kept Louisville moving, at home, at work, and on the field. With 10 board-certified orthopedic surgeons and 4 convenient locations, they treat everything from fractures and sprains to joint replacements and chronic pain with expert care and real results. Same and next-day appointments are available at all locations. Walk-in clinics are offered every Monday morning from 8 to 9:30 at East Point, Dixie, and St. Matthews. Call 502-587-1236 or visit enbortho.com to schedule. That's at Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics. The care you deserve, the results you expect.
College basketball play-by-play on ESPN Louisville is delivered by Cox's and Evergreen Liquors, Louisville's neighborhood liquor store. Alexa, Play ESPN Louisville.
Pro Soccer returns to Lynn Family Stadium this March, and you can get in on the action with season tickets starting at just $13 per game. The men's team, Louisville City, is once again a favorite to win the title, while the women's squad, Racing Louisville, is coming off a record-breaking season, making the playoffs for the first time. Visit lynnfamilystadium.com today to browse ticket packages. New season ticket members are eligible to upgrade to all-inclusive club seats for a game of their choice. Visit lynnfamilystadium.com today to take advantage of this limited-time offer.
In this city, we value preparation, execution, and most importantly, winning. As the world continues to become more complicated and frustrating with all the new tech and AI, let's keep one thing simple. When looking to buy or sell a home, call Josh Jarbo. Clear communication, proven strategies, no wasted possessions. That's the kind of execution that leads to national recognition, and is exactly why Josh was honored in this year's Who's Who in America for his impact and production on the real estate industry. But let's be honest, cut-rate agents deliver cut-rate results, and Josh doesn't shy away from pressure. With his guaranteed sale program, if your home doesn't sell within 60 days, he will personally buy it. That's confidence. That's accountability. And as always, mention you heard it here on 93.9 The Ville and receive up to a $5,000 seller credit. Josh Jarbo's proven strategy, powered by RE/MAX, the world's most trusted and recognized real estate brand, delivers results you can count on. So don't complicate it. Time is a currency, and it's one you can't afford to waste. Keep it simple. Call Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or visit his website at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com.
Is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with this sentiment, the DFH company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split like the one we use here at the 93.9 Studios for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
I was chatting with Creighton back there. Sorry, it took me an extra second about just my days playing for Coach Crum and just what it's like, you know. And I was.
Did he not know you were a former player?
No, he didn't know. So he had mentioned, you know,
I should have. If I would have known what this was going to lead to, I would have Tanya Harding'd you.
Yeah.
Right then.
Well, yeah, you know, I mean, you know,
if I would have known you were going to get what it was going to do to have one chest bump in a game from Montrezl Harrell, what that was going to do to you.
I know. And then, you know, you're just in the locker room. And look, Marcus, you know, so I can talk to you. A lot of people don't know what it's like to be in the locker room at halftime, and Coach Crum comes in and gives one of his speeches, and he's just. And it's like, all right, you know, I mean, you're locked in. So,
I can't believe he complimented your red patent leather shoes, Steve.
Kobe's.
He was getting ready to suspend me for my platinum Kobe's.
Oh, he loved mine. Gosh,
he was going to suspend me. I went back to that locker room and I switched my shoes, and him and Davenport, they were actually like, you could tell they were like, okay, like, are we going to let Marcus get away with this or not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's just another story that goes in the lure. You know, I mean, you've had Jason Osborne. You know, you've had guys like DeJuan Wheat, Tick Rogers, Bozak Smith, Steve Rummage, Marcus Maben, just that have played for Coach and
our combined.
You know, I have been meaning to reach out to Mr. Berkman and just wonder why. You know, I he probably just missed me on the list of a few. Like, I knew there were a few alumni events, and I didn't. I didn't get my letter to come, but it's fine. I'm gonna I'll chat with him. I'm sure it's just I was a later guy, so.
Is that like the word is he got nicer to his players later on in his career?
You should know. You were
no, I mean,
about as late as he gets.
No, you were behind me, so he really was cutting you slack.
Oh, he was great. He was great. He come in, he was like, "Hey, you're really playing some." He's like, if everybody had the heart of this guy defensively, and I was like, "Stop, coach."
I should just spilled water on the floor or something.
Yeah, he's like, I just
destroyed the charity event.
I did see Marcus was too afraid to show his face. He was scared I was going to mess up. So look, we're in the middle of the game, and I can see Marcus. He's sitting outside the door of the gym. He didn't even come in the gym.
He's like peeking his head in. He's like,
I could see him outside the gym. He's like, I'm not coming in there.
Look, I'm not watching Steve desecrate the game of basketball and Coach Crump's legacy. Listen. No.
I'm like, come on, Coach, get me in.
Wait a minute, Steve. Wait a minute. I got to do this.
Okay.
Listen. Good people, mark your calendars. Bring your appetite. The Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation 2026 Denny Crum Potato Soup Luncheon. It is not went away. It is still a staple of the Scholarship Foundation. Has not went away. Monday, March 2nd, 11 to 2, Middletown Roosters. Coach Crum, like I said, honor his foundation. Again, I'll be giving you daily reminders to make sure you remember this. Again, mark your calendar. Again, 100 students receive scholarships from this every single year.
It's Monday.
So I'm gonna knock that down. I'm gonna make sure people don't forget. Make sure you pass the word. The potato soup luncheon. Like I said, you get everybody together. Again, you can swing through. You can. It's a free cup. Donations are encouraged. And it's a
give a donation. You're a piece of crap if you don't give a donation.
It's a great gathering every single year. You love to see it, continue on. But yeah, again, I'll give the exact details of where you can donate online and all that good stuff. So I'm glad this conversation. Shout out to Jonathan Israel too, by the way.
Absolutely.
Keeps me on task.
He's done a great job.
Okay, State of the Union.
Yeah, you're well. First off, you're coming in and you're saying, hello, sir. You're going Hoosiers on a couple of them. You're saying, hello, sir. Your basketball coaching days are over, and there's a couple guys in that room that I'm saying, hey, thank you for your service. I'm gonna help you find a job somewhere. That job's not here. And
if you do it today.
Yeah.
Who are those?
If you do it today,
coaches,
do you get to say this? If I don't see a 180 with the defensive posture of my players before we play our final game.
Yeah.
Can you put some kind of last threatening? Like imagine a coach threatening to fire somebody. In the middle of the season or something, or just like how much of a psychopath do you have to be if you're a coach?
I don't think that's funny. I don't think it's even needs to be. I'm gonna fire you. I just think it needs to be. Look, I'm
not happy with the growth.
Yeah. Your coaching days are over. Yeah, that's what Coach Kelsey's gonna say to two people, and let's be real friendly here. Your coaching days are over, and but then you go into, I think the other thing is the conversation of, look, tampering is alive and well in college basketball. So I have, who's got what connections do we have to some athletic bigs, to some athletic guys underneath that can get off that second jump, that can play.
What about the players that we have now do you have to sacrifice? Because right now we're in savage discussion mode,
Yeah,
like I said, you're coming off You're still coming off an extremely disappointing performance against North Carolina, and there's no way to sugarcoat that. When you're in savage mode, though, you also have to remember you dance with the devil a bit, because when you watch this team play, and we know Coach's phrase, the culture, beats talent, for breakfast and all that good stuff. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you, but
culture eats talent for breakfast. I'm like,
I feel you. Listen, my probably my top 5 phrases in the world, the world that I live in, is "I feel you," because I have empathy for everybody's position for the most part.
Absolutely.
I understand what you're saying. I understand the point you're coming from. But if you have empathy for outside individuals such as myself, I feel like I can't beat talent with culture, and some culture might take a hit.
Yeah.
Where would your culture take the hit at?
I don't think your culture has to take a hit. I mean, do you feel, in this year, Chucky was one thing, and I don't mean this negatively towards our team this year, because I don't think there's any culture issues.
No, that's my point. There's zero culture issues.
Okay.
That's my point.
Yeah,
and I'm saying, like, sometimes.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay. Ideally, I want to go get 8 guys with 45-inch verticals, natural players, defense, all this good stuff. Now, when we start going back to the sliding scale, this guy, he gets a little spicy. Do I think I can keep him under control? Like when we have the Tyron Stokes conversation, and I'm just using him as an example for somebody who's, known to be spicy.
Sure.
Do you start bringing in some more spice with that athleticism and saying, hey, I can manage this, or it's going to be time to put your chops, or put your management chops on the table a little bit.
Well, I think that's.
Does that make sense?
But that to me, that's maturation of being the coach at Louisville. Like, okay, let's see, because you know what, you were able to not have to deal with certain egos
for 2 years in a row
at Charleston. You know what I'm saying?
Even here for 2 years in a row.
Win at a high level. No, but you did it here for 2 years in a row. And let's say the season finishes out. Again, let's pump the brakes. Let's see how the season finishes out.
Yeah, we're prognosticating at the moment,
But let's play the game that it finishes out the way I think a lot of our eyeballs are telling us it's going to finish out, okay? And you say, okay, we need to, you may just have to manage some more egos. You might have to, that might be the next step. And I'm okay to learn with him, man. Like, let's do this.
Are we going to sue anybody who tries to transfer like Cincinnati?
I know. What about Satterfield? He's just like, well, I'm going to sue you for leaving. So how about that? Nick, you can play us out. I know we got to stay on.
Yeah. Wait, give people a quick explanation of that story, Steve.
Sorsby left, and Satterfield said, "Well, your contract said you couldn't leave, so we're going to sue you."
You have a $1 million buyout for leaving.
Yep.
So what is Sorsby going to do? Is he going to like middle finger?
Yeah, he should. He should.
Bad loan.
Yeah, bad loan. Andy Staples. Yeah, bad loan.
Andy Miller.
That's what it was. Andy Staples. Andy Miller. Yeah, Andy Miller. Bad loan.
Was that
Bam
not
Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo's bad loan was the best story.
I tried to give him money. He just went to the different. There's nothing we can do about it.
He just took the money. He just took the money and left.
He took the money and he ran with it. And there's nothing we can do.
Go tell on me then. Snitch on me. I dare you.
Yeah. Yeah, tell everybody you paid me.
93.9 The Ville.
If it's the Cards traveling to Clemson, we're talking about it.
There are no moral victories ever. But I am glad that we showed that grit and showed that fight and went from 16 down in the second half and it turned into a one-possession game. Those guys know. We got older veteran guys. They know one on the road, tough venues against really good teams. We got another one on Saturday. Clemson's as tough and physical of a team as we're going to play all year long.
Right here on your home of the Cards, 93.9 Louisville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Tired of that squeaky, unreliable garage door? Louisville's trusted experts in residential garage door installation and repair. From the same family behind Schiller Hardware, serving our community for nearly 100 years, Schiller Overhead Door brings that same quality craftsmanship and reliability right to your home. Schiller Overhead Door specializes in beautiful, durable garage doors built to last. And if you're not ready for a brand new door, no problem. The Schiller Overhead Door can replace that old, noisy operator with a smooth, quiet system that makes your garage feel brand new. With winter right around the corner, cold weather can put extra strain on your garage door and its operator. So now's the perfect time to make sure everything's running smoothly. Schiller Overhead Door also offers commercial overhead doors, dock levelers, and commercial operators to keep your loading areas safe and efficient. Don't wait for a breakdown. Call Schiller Overhead Door today or visit espnlouisville.com/garage for your free quote.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I want to tell you about Next Level Ranges, Louisville's premier country club experience. Whether you're dropping in to shoot or ready to become a member, this is shooting taken to the next level. With a state-of-the-art range, a massive showroom of top brands, and farm-to-table dining all under one roof. It's more than a range, it's a next-level destination. Train, learn, shop, and socialize in a space built for newcomers and serious shooters alike. Next Level Ranges and Brass Social, where safety, precision, and community meet. Welcome to the Country Club.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
At First Financial Bank, we keep the focus on you, your business, and your employees. We understand that businesses are more than just assets and projections. Our team will get to know your goals and provide tailored solutions to help you achieve them. Whether you're expanding or optimizing your operations, we can help by offering the right mix of national lending expertise, local decision-making, and personalized service. Learn more at bankatfirst.com/business, the bank that makes you feel like number one. That's First Financial Bank, member FDIC.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
Defense can help your offense way more than your offense can help your defense. Primarily, good offense, one, pressure on the other team. Two, you get to set up your defense on more possessions than not. But defense can turn directly into points. And they don't have that as a mode that they go into. Although, I thought last night, once they dug themselves into kind of an inexcusable hole, they did show some of that.
The Drive, weekdays, 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville.
In this city, we value preparation, execution, and most importantly, winning. As the world continues to become more complicated and frustrating with all the new tech and AI, let's keep one thing simple. When looking to buy or sell a home, call
muted there. Don't be hating on the clean polos. My bad. There was this mute.
And it's exactly why Josh was
I've been trying to avoid getting copyright strikes
for his impact and production on the real estate industry. But let's be honest, cut rate agents deliver cut rate results. And Josh doesn't shy away from pressure. With his guaranteed sale program, if your home doesn't sell within 60 days, he will personally buy it. That's confidence. That's accountability. And as always, mention you heard it here on 93.9 The Ville and receive up to a $5,000 seller credit. Josh Jarbo's proven strategy, powered by Remax, the world's most trusted and recognized real estate brand, delivers results you can count on. So don't complicate it. Time is a currency, and it's one you can't afford to waste. Keep it simple. Call Josh Jarbo.
But I like to err on the side of caution with muting.
7590.
Then they
or
get
visit
caught
his website
on hot mic or something.
joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com.
NBA Saturday Prime Time on
crazy.
ESPN Radio. The fight for a spot in the postseason is heating up.
Baked it in. Luka Doncic from half court.
Luka, LeBron, and the LA Lakers are in San Francisco for a showdown with the Golden State
Coming
Warriors.
back, my friend.
Got it.
Mid-post right side. Out to Horford for three. Good.
The Lakers at the Warriors.
Coverage begins Saturday at 8 o'clock on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
Price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need: utilities, sump, affluent grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
I'll get mine in a second. We got Coach here, and I don't want to waste.
Catching up with Coach. Let's not wait. Let's not stand on ceremony. Yeah. Always great to have you in. Coach Lieberman, how's it going?
It's going great. And may I just say to the listening audience, I truly enjoy your insight, and it's a great opportunity to actually chat with you as well, because I love your insight. You definitely have a pulse on everything that's happening with Louisville basketball. So good to chat with you here today.
Yeah, I feel like we're just passing notes through Steve all the time, and I'm just like, look, we don't need to get caught passing notes. Just come on to the show and get some good basketball talk. Okay, what are you stewing on right now? What has your eye in the basketball world? What topic are you just stirring on for the most part?
Well, there's a plethora, but if we want to be Louisville centric here, and let me get your thoughts on this, because it's really tough. The identity of this team is obviously threes and layups or dunks. You almost see the option, like for North Carolina, for example, you watch them. They're top blocking. They're not letting guys out. So they're almost trying to take away the threes. And then they're playing late coverage, which means they're almost letting you take a mid-range shot, and they're trying to block your shot late. It's almost to the point when you have guys like Michael and Ryan Conwell, whether it's floaters or mid-range shots, it's almost like you almost want to say, can you really think about introducing that as maybe an option from a scoring standpoint? What are your thoughts? Because I know that analytically that's not their makeup.
Yeah.
But there's opportunities now to maybe take some of those shots.
This conversation goes, it always ends into the natural finisher, the comfort level, and what you've been practicing all year. Yes, it is an option, but here's the other thing. When you get to the end of the season, right, and teams are going to do exactly what Carolina did, kind of hedge out high, get on top side of everybody. To combat that, of course, the natural people say, hey, you got to cut back door, you have to sell it. But I'll say this, and this is just the basketball player in me. hard cuts are hard to sell late in the season because you have blisters, your feet hurt. You just don't set up your cuts as hard. But then you get into some games where the intensity picks up, and we like a lot of our motions, our actions require read and react, and it's hard to do that when you get into the season scout. The read and react stuff.
And we would call them attention-getting cuts, and you know this as a player. You're not going to cut as hard if you don't think you're going to get the basketball either. And so that's a huge part of it. You got to get guys to understand that, look, even if you don't cut, that's going to open something else up. So whether if you a hard back cut, that's going to drop a defender maybe half an inch, and it's going to open up the zoom handoff, or it's going to open up a post entry pass. There's so many other things that are all tied into it. That's why it's so connective. And if you're not cutting hard, then defensively, guys can overplay. You're talking about.
That's probably to answer your question. I'd probably say before we get to the finishing at the basket with the floaters and thing, I would get back to the fundamental of cutting hard, cutting violent. That'll open up, some easier buckets or some easier threes and twos, with the hard cut. But I also think, hey, guys, you got to attack the body. It's still basketball. And it's still a contact sport, and you have to go challenge. You have to be able to go challenge people still in the inside, or make the defense respect you. Yeah, for that. But yeah,
probably the guys that, besides Michael and Ryan Conwell, those are probably the two guys that can finish through contact, shoulder to shoulder, or Michael with just athleticism. But that's, I think, where they struggle is just the athleticism around the rim, and that's why I bring up that point, because if you have those guys who can just absolutely just rise above you and are either going to get fouled or scored, then it makes sense. And if you're cutting and setting your guys up on the perimeter, of course, if you're finishing around the rim, that's going to open everything else up on the perimeter as well.
How does it hurt, too? Because my problem is you have a guy like, I think you brought Adrian Woolley in thinking that was going to be a thing. And that's
more of a thing,
because he is more capable of it than others, I think, but he's not. Like, when he gets down there, it's a lot more pivoting, and it's a lot more pivoting and head faking than I thought it would be with him.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean?
And Marcus made a great point, because this is what they've been working on all year. And players have BS antennas. So if all of a sudden you say, well, you know what, we're going to change it, what we're doing to this.
Yeah.
Well, then they're thinking, well, why? Because it's not working? And so that kind of creeps into their mind as well. If you say, okay, all of a sudden we're going to start taking 10, 15 mid-range shots and so on. So, yeah, Marcus, you're absolutely right. That's what they've been working on. They just, as simplistic as it sounds, they've got to do a better job of getting to the free throw line and finishing.
Let me ask you this. Jump stop playing off 2 feet. What in college versus high school versus pros?
Just aroused him. Are you kidding me?
Oh, is he a jump stop head? Is he a jump stop head?
Well, playing off 2 feet. I mean, you just turned him on. Are you kidding me?
Well, think even back to the play. It's I think against SMU where McNeely just jump stops in the lane. If he doesn't land on 2 feet, then he hits Kobe Rogers, who makes the post entry pass to Frew. He's not doing that if he doesn't play off of 2. And that's the thing. And with Michael, there's sometimes where you have that split second to make a decision. When you play off of 2, you're showing your shoulder, and everybody in college basketball wants to do what? Block a shot. So if you play off 2, you're doing that. But to be able to pivot and find guys, especially if you're a perimeter-oriented team, and the goal of Louisville offensively is to get paint touches and to create shots, draw 2, create for somebody else. You're not doing that if you're not playing off of 2. And
do we slide too much on the pivots in the paint?
Yeah, that's a great point. Like, I think there's sometimes that happens, and playing through contact, I'm a big believer in pads and being physical and letting guys to understand how to play through that, and playing lower and making sure your shoulders aren't past your knees to get real technical. That's a teaching point. And that's something you have to work on, and you have to emphasize it. It's not what you teach, it's what you emphasize.
The re-emphasize,
yeah. And if guys are just saying, hey, jump, stop, and play, and it's not a point of emphasis, you're not re-emphasizing it, as you said, and making sure guys understand that and getting bumped and playing through that, that's a huge component. And for this team, even with the bigs, like just getting them to pivot and understand that, it's all tied together. And so you're looking at the warts on this team, and obviously, if the shooting isn't there, then what else do you have? But playing off of 2 feet, yes, as Steve said, I am basketball aroused right now. So.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: what is it? Could be playing off 2 feet. What is a day one? I give coach, 10 athletes, right? I don't know much about them. Obviously, you probably start with a layup line or something like that. What is the first simplest fundamental thing you teach? Because I always like to make the jokes like Coach Crum would, like, he'll tie your shoe at the beginning of the year just to make sure we won't have to address that one more time. The 2 dribble, jump stop, reverse pivot, chest pass. It's the boringest, most simple drill on the planet, but he believed in it so much, and it's just like, it was boring, but if you didn't do it right, it'll make for a long day. Like, what is one of your just coaching pet peeve? Just, we're gonna do this day one, and we're probably gonna do this every single day. And if you go 1 degree too far, I'm stopping the whole drill.
Another phrase that Steve has heard a myriad of times is, don't get bored doing things right. So you talked about jump stops as well. And if you take a group, I don't care if they're athletic, I don't care what they are. Big thing for me is if you can't pass, you can't play. And it's like, if you're going to take a guy out of his shot, if you're going to throw a slow bounce pass on the perimeter, if you can't, the biggest thing is, and you know this, Marcus, if you hear a coach say, look up or look in or pitch it, it's too late. Yeah. If they can't see that. So you want them to understand how important passing is to everything, getting the ball to the second or third side.
So accuracy of passing?
Accuracy, crispness, and all those type of things, and understanding, not letting that ball stick, and understanding you could have made the same play 0.3 seconds earlier. So jump stopping, passing. I'm not a big weave guy. Like, I don't think that relates to the game today. So we're not going to do a 3-man weave, because I don't think you're going to see that a lot. So that's not something. But we're going to do some stuff. I call it the Laker drill, where we're pitching ahead. You're outletting. You're passing the ball. You're passing in rhythm. So a guy's not. He's cutting to the basket. He's catching it, going up, and they able to score. And driving and kicking and all those type of things. And yeah, look, the boring stuff, the so-called non-sexy stuff that all kids want to go out and play and shoot. No, you've got to work on the stuff that's going to affect winning. And certainly from jump stopping to passing. And me personally, I am going to work so much on the defensive end as well, because getting guys, look, if you took guys just off the street or just getting guys to a team, what are the things they're not going to do? They're not going to box out. They're not going to get on the floor for a loose ball. They're not going to make the extra pass. Those are things you have to get your players to understand how paramount that is to success.
Last one I got for you. What is this something I always kind of like, I enjoy trying to find what is a coach's immediate pull. Like, what are, you watch a coach 3 times, and you watch him play again, and you say, okay, I know that player is about to get snatched out of the game. For it could be a look on someone's face. It could be, like I said, you just explained late passing. What is your immediate? You can't be on my floor. I don't care how good you are when you're coaching.
A backpedal or a lack of effort on the defensive end. And one of my rules is, Marcus, like, if you ask to come out of a game, then you can almost sub yourself back in. If you ask to come out,
that's not
so
true.
Hard,
Steve, tell me that's not true right now.
No, I told you that was the one thing. Remember, we had this conversation, Marcus. I was like,
I don't trust any coach that ever said that in my life.
It sounds. Listen. And there might be a situation where, like, hey, hold on 1 second. Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Well, give me 1 second. But if I take you out, then and if you fry eggs at me when you come out, which is then there's going to be issues. So,
okay, fry eggs. That's a new one to add to the book.
Add that to the list. But Marcus, I'll tell you what. When you see a guy that's just playing so hard and hey, he needs a blow, that's fine. Tug his shirt is the way we do it. And then, but if I take you out and it's lack of effort, but that's something, again, you instill that. That's the identity from day one, is understanding how to compete. And, so like for me, that's the biggest thing. And sometimes I think in today's game of basketball, it's almost, especially with young kids, they're always getting coached by either parents, the coaches, the youth leagues. How many times now do you see kids just going out and figuring it out for themselves?
You mean by getting coached by like a stranger?
Well, no, just playing.
Okay.
Without someone correcting them every single time.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part of it. I think like going and play pickup basketball and doing that, or 2-on-2, 3-on-3, full court, whatever, without being stopped in a coach saying this to you or a parent stopping it. How many times if I go into a practice and I just see them looking at coaches, like Steve knows with my teams, like if you look at your parents or you look in the stands, there's another answer to your question. That's another way you're coming out of the game right away.
So where do you stand on individual workouts?
Listen, I think it's there's a huge part of it, like individual skill work.
Yeah.
Like we want better players, not better plays. But I also think that sometimes it's with the stuff we just talked about. It's not about just dribble moves. It's not just about like, Billy Donovan's big talk about how much of the amount of time the ball's in your actual hands in a game. It's like 5 to 8%, even for the best players in the world. So what are you doing without the ball? So we're learning how to, you just mentioned it. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, the attention getting cuts, how to cut hard on every single play, how to play without the basketball, how to pass, how to create and get open, how to read a screen. What's the play the defense tells you to play? So in individual workouts, I think that's huge. It's just about what you're being taught rather than just everything being just a great dribble move, because then sometimes you're just not seeing the game. So you want to play the game and not the drill a lot of the times.
Is Steve any good with the pads?
Steve is fantastic with the pads. That's his thing, and he loves to just knock guys over. Yes. Now, he did have some issues with the TBT. He was getting knocked over himself because those guys were a little bit bigger and stronger. So I think that's why he's endeared himself to the high school game.
I battled. I battled in there, Marcus.
Say battle royal.
Yeah, it's different. It's different beast, man. Yeah, so Shane Mahan is a little different beast than a junior in high school somewhere, isn't he?
Yes, but I also, your opinion, like to me, really matters. Like, what are your thoughts on individual training and those type of things as well?
I like basketball. I like if I were gonna put it in a pie chart, the individual instruction, I'd go 30%. The other stuff is like the physical work. The physical work, the weight room, the physical work, the posture. Like, you don't have to be the strongest guy, but leverage is so much of the sport.
No doubt.
Staying in, basketball stance, leverage, being a young man playing with military age men, learning how to, like that. So when you said, pick up basketball, learning leverage by playing against people stronger and stuff like that, I think it's like so underrated. I think we see that in the best players. Like, you can see the street ball in them when we're watching the AJ DeMansa, the Petersons. I think you can see the street ball element, the leverage element. And I think sometimes the individual instruction, it's kind of manipulated. Like I said, I love the skill work. I would love the skill work of the ball handling and the learning part of it. But I think the most improvements from the ball, the actual physical, playing. So,
and that's a great point. I'm big on that. When we're doing training, like bumping guys and pushing them, and there's a lot of drills that when I'm working out players individually, it's the physicality part and understanding that kind of stuff, because you're going to get bumped on everything. You're going to get bumped on the cut. You're going to get bumped on the drive, winning your line and understanding how to maintain that. And like you said, they don't understand that, staying low, because all of a sudden now you're out of it. And now, like you said, shuffling your feet or a travel, understanding your base.
Actually, to clean up that answer, I would say if you're getting genuine physical good work, because like I said, I hate when I watch it and it's kind of textbooky, individual instruction.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I think we have a lot of great individual instruction guys around here at the level, at the high school level and stuff too. But there's also like sometimes you're paying for absolutely nothing.
I hate to see hack individual instruction.
Right.
And maybe the market is is flooded right now with the hack guy.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, and I'd say before I do that, I would try to get you around the best competition and open run I can.
Totally agree with that.
And like I said, to me, life is leverage in basketball to get anywhere on the court.
You're absolutely. And playing low and understanding that, and I would always say, like, you make jump shots with your legs, but everything is in correlation with understanding balance and being strong and understanding functional strength and understanding those type of things. And whether I'm big on the strength coach, like that's one of the first things you got to have in the program, so they understand that and they can physically, and if nothing else, you're brainwashing those guys to believe we've worked harder, we're stronger, we can understand to take a bump. And basketball is a physical game, especially in the post. You see those guys who can hold their ground and seal guys. And that's where you see so many good teams that have that, because that settles down a team. You throw the ball into the post, it could settle down a team to a guy that you trust. He's either going to pass it out, get fouled, or make a play.
I say it all the time. I say that 2016 team that got taken out of the tournament, for me, it was having Nanu is what gave me. They were going to be a 4 seed. And I was like, having a guy like him is why I feel like you can make. I mean, Damian Lee was awesome, guys like that, and they are a big part of that. But I mean, just to have a dude like Shinanu was that year is why that team could have made a run to the Final Four. Like that's crazy.
Like I said, his weight and leverage, ability to use his leverage, it was awesome. Listen, Coach. It goes by too fast. I know you're in the studio. Anytime you want to jump in here, grab the microphone. Even if you want to connect in, I'll send you a link. You can connect in from home.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know how to get things done virtually. But yeah, listen, the invitation is always open.
Love it. I appreciate it. And listen, it did go quick. I love talking hoops with you, especially. Yeah, Steve, it's kind of like we do it all the time. So
hey, Marcus, he knows the stuff. If he wasn't a psychopath, he would coach. He knows the stuff, man.
I know what you know. We all know it. All right, let's take our last commercial break. 93.9 The Ville.
If it's Louisville women's basketball on the road at Georgia Tech, we're talking about it.
It's been a long time since we can say we're 24-5. I just appreciate everyone that came out again today. I mean, it's going to be a big game for sure. I mean, Georgia Tech's playing hard. They're playing well. And then we'll come back here and finish it out at home.
Right here on your play-by-play home of the Cards, 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
You are feeling the chill this winter. If your home just will not stay warm because the cold weather is here now, or if your energy bills that just keep climbing, it's time to call First Choice Insulation. They are your local attic and crawl space insulation experts. First Choice Insulation keeps the cold out, keeps the comfort in. They've worked on major projects like Denny Crum Hall and with the top builders across the region, so you know you're going to get top quality every time that you can trust. Stop burning dollars to heat your home. Call First Choice Insulation today for a free consultation and mention ESPN Louisville. You'll get $300 off your next project. So First Choice Insulation, keeping Kentuckian homes warm all winter long. Visit them, 502insulation.com.
I'm attorney Sam Aguiar. At Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, we love taking on big insurance companies. We know their playbook and how to beat them at their own games. At the end of the day, our process ensures you receive the top compensation you deserve. And with a proven track record of beating these insurance companies, we've secured life-changing settlements for our clients. Don't settle for less when it comes to your future. Demand the team that gets results.
Bird in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
This is Nathan Hubert with ESPN Louisville. As a sports official, I'm always on my feet. I suffered with severe pain in my left foot for 2 years. Having been misdiagnosed by 2 other podiatrists, I was frustrated and not sure where to turn. I was fortunate to find Dr. Patel and his great team at New Horizon Foot and Ankle. On my first visit, Dr. Patel correctly identified my issue and started treatment that day. Thanks to his expertise, I am back on the field stronger than ever, and I can't thank his team enough. New Horizon Foot and Ankle, where innovation meets excellence.
Hello, Kentuckiana. Jeff Brom here.
Our family's commitment to this community has been well documented over the years. So when it was time for us to pick out new fitness equipment for our personal home gym, I wanted to make sure that we shopped locally and that we shopped with the best. I can tell you that without question, Fitness Market right here in Louisville is the best when it comes to residential and commercial fitness equipment. Chris, Pat, and Sarah Wider, along with their staff, helped my family and I design the perfect home fitness room. Not only did they have the quality products I was looking for when it came to a treadmill, home gym, and weights, but they also helped educate us on the infrared saunas. We couldn't be more pleased that we decided to add the sauna to our room. Having the sauna in the house has been a game changer when it comes to recovery after a workout. If you are looking for fitness equipment for your home or business, there's only one place you need to go: Fitness Market, Louisville's hometown fitness store.
So visit Fitness Market, 2 locations, Westport Road, just inside the Snyder, or Plantside Drive and Watterson Trail, or online at thefitnessmarket.com.
Louisville has a new football team, the Kings. That's right. UFL football lands on March 27th as the Kings host the Birmingham Stallions. Be there for the home opener at Lynn Family Stadium. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now at UFLKings.com. That's UFLKings.com. United, we reign.
Your chance to get that rare, hard-to-find luxury timepiece is here at Genesis Diamonds. Hi, this is Eddie Admoni, VP at Genesis. This Friday and Saturday, Genesis is hosting an epic pre-owned luxury Rolex event featuring a stunning new selection of these iconic timepieces. Submariners, Daytonas, Pepsis, Batmans, and not just Rolex. We've got AP, Patek Philippe, Omega, Breitling, and many more desired luxury Swiss brands. During this event, you can take advantage of special financing up to 5 years. And with the purchase of any luxury pre-owned timepiece, Genesis will give you a pair of 4-carat lab-grown diamond stud earrings, absolutely free. And if you already own a Rolex, bring it in to sell or trade and get top dollar. Don't miss the chance to get the luxury timepiece you've always wanted. This Friday and Saturday only, and only at Genesis Diamonds. Your home for luxury pre-owned Rolexes. Shelbyville Plaza. See store for details while supply lasts and on approved credit.
Hey, Cards fans. Do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Residential shingle roofing and commercial flat roofing are two very different sciences. Shingle roofing is water shedding, while commercial flat roofing is essentially waterproofing. That's why you need a flat roofing specialist on your commercial roof. Roofing Solutions has decades of experience on thousands of commercial roofs, restaurants, schools, industrial facilities, shopping centers, all types of roofs, all kinds of conditions. And as a Duralast Platinum contractor, you know that one of America's foremost roofing manufacturers trusts Roofing Solutions with their most important projects. Roofing Solutions is your choice for your commercial flat roof. Call Jim McGraw at 502-741-0858. That's 502-741-0858. Or find them at roofsolutionsky.com. Roof Solutions is the solution to your flat roof problems.
Back by Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. They're locally owned and operated, provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today. Also, take everything positive that I've told you about Citadel Roofing and Construction and apply it to window installation. When you hear the wind whipping, when you feel the temperatures dropping or elevating, remember a lot of your window has something to do with that. Citadel Window Installation, 502-219-7964 today.
It was good. So when we went to the back, I found one of Blankenbaker's old large shirts, and I put it on.
I got to admit when I'm wrong.
And I'm wearing it.
I'm going to take the L.
And it looks dang good on me.
Looks great. Pecs are popping.
You went through the abuse of Nicholas Falvano.
He wasn't going to, you know what? I don't let people like that win. You know what I'm saying?
Steve doesn't let the terrorists win.
I don't let people like him win.
It's a large. It's not even an XL. So
yeah,
I need to bend the knee to one Steve Rummage.
Yeah. Terrorists don't win, dude. I don't give in to terrorists.
He's rocking it.
It's not even all that tight, really. All right.
Just to prove a point.
I'm just standing up to do the show on purpose.
You're not holding in your breath, are you?
Because you can't sit down. If I sit down, it'd be bad.
Fat guy in a little coat.
I'm like, oh, well, that's a little bit better. If you just roll it up under your man tits. Kinda.
Also, I need to point out that in the break, Steve and Coach were like, "Hey, Nikki, you might want to pull your hoodie down. We can see your ass." So I kind of had a little riding up action of my own.
I feel like I try to shoehorn so much basketball talk in, and I didn't know if Coach was on the clock or not. And look, I sent him a text right afterwards.
He was.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He went. Yeah, he had some pickleball.
Oh, that's not on the clock.
Important stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not on the clock. Look, I have a habit of sometimes like I could have a conversation with somebody, and sometimes I say, "Don't let me hold you up." And I was like, "Get on out of here," And then sometimes I'm like, "Did that sound rude?" Like that was me trying to be.
Know.
Yeah, I was trying to be, appreciative of his time. But then I'm like, "Hey,
yeah,
we could have talked a lot more."
No, absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, we could totally with Coach. I mean, we could go 3 wide on that and just have fun with it. But no, yeah. I mean, a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff there. I mean, look, we're coming down to it, man. Saturday,
we're coming down to it, Steve.
Next week's the last week of the regular season. I mean, this is it.
I got to ask you this question. I'm asking this question every day. Who are we depending on?
Michael. Give me
Michael.
I'm a ride or die with my top 10 pick, man.
38-31-93-9. Texters. The callers, the floor is open. Who are you depending on? And because Steve has taken Michael, I'll let you just get away with cheating, drafting Michael for who you're dependent on.
Mm-hmm.
Who's next up? Okay, if we do the snake drafts,
goes Ken to his mysterious place on campus.
Is Ken making weird?
His mysterious.
You're just gonna have to put air tags on him.
I know.
Drop an air tag in his bag and I gotta know.
Where do you go?
No, I will say, my dad giving me his location on his phone, like you shouldn't be being able to track people like this. It's very weird.
I know. Oh, I mean, look, I get an alert. I mean, every time Elijah, if Elijah leaves the house, if Charity leaves the house, if Xavier leaves the house, I get,
it's
I get
really
a little
weird.
Alert. Just whoop.
Are you don't feel uncomfortable with that?
I mean, I forgot. Look, Elijah's mom took him. She had to take him like 2 hours away yesterday. By the way, he got his license. He's fully ready.
He's legit.
He can drive. Yeah, he can go.
Okay, it's time.
But like, I looked down on my phone and it was like, Elijah's just completed a 142-mile drive. I was like, what? Like, I was like, where you at? And I was like, oh yeah, you got to take your
Golly, Steve, I was looking at a little video that came across my screen, and it was just like it was doing those '90s parents versus 2010 parents, and just they were texting their kid who was at the playground, and it was just like, the '90s parents just, boys, come in, just up the block. Just the differences in the way just the parenting and the tracking locations are now.
No, it really is, and it's one of those things where I like that. I love. There were
they know everything anyway.
Yeah, I know. So you just give up, dude. But there was out in the neighborhood, man. There was some kids that were playing, out back dribbling the basketball and stuff behind our place, and it was last summer when it was still a little warm. We and Charity were laying up in the bed, and you could hear them back there, dribbling around and stuff. And I was like, I told her, I said, that doesn't bother me at all.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yeah, good for you guys, man.
You're right.
They're not doing it. They're not causing any trouble. They're not trying to be extra loud. They're just hooping.
They're outside.
They're having a little fun time. It's like, dude, just don't. I would yell at somebody that yelled at them.
You're right.
It's nighttime.
I'm trying to sleep.
Go to bed. Put some earplugs in. Shut up.
Go to bed.
Yeah.
Sananda Frew.
Oh God. You can turn me into Tom. I'm like, that's what I'm dependent on. I'm like, oh God.
Is there a mashup or a mixtape?
We like Tom. Tom, by the way, if you're listening,
you get to wear Tom. You just get to wear this.
Yeah, I feel you. I actually feel you. I don't know that I disagree with you. I don't. I'm gonna go a different direction with how I think about it. But at the end of the day, I'm not sure. I think.
Yeah, it's up to him to. Okay. Brew finds bucket all night and win. Okay, 2 minutes.
I said I live out there with. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Steve. I'm listening.
Texas said I live out there with Steve. I got my kid an Apple Watch for, and cut her loose. It's like, look, I see kids all the time, man, down in the neighborhood, just groups on their bikes, chilling. Like, look, have at it, man. Well, okay, go. We got two on the line too, by the way. We'll get to it.
Let's get it.
Okay, David, welcome in. What's going on, man?
Hey, not much. How's it going, guys?
It's good.
Feeling good.
I told my man that answered the phone that McKinley's my next up in line, but to be honest with you, the rest of the team, we can't just keep it on Brown's shoulders for the rest of the season. We need everybody to get going, or we ain't going to make it nowhere.
No, without question. You're not wrong on that for sure. I say Brown, but that there is the vibe. I guess when I say it that way, that is kind of a scary vibe where it's like, yeah, I'm just kind of hoping he takes us where, that's not a sustainable. I'm with you on that. Yeah, appreciate the call, David. Yeah, look, he's like, I'm just telling y'all, it needs to be the whole squad.
Okay. How do you react, Steve, when you turn on Sananda Frew, let's just say season highlights? How does that make you feel when you see his best plays?
Highlights are getting paid.
The highlights will get him paid.
Mm-hmm. Highlights are getting paid.
Of coaches,
I have no reason to think he won't be here at Louisville next year, and I hope he is. I think he can get significantly better in the offseason, but his highlight film could get him could get him paid in the portal if he wanted it.
But I can't say his highlight film is. Is he just inconsistent? Is that the worst thing about him?
I don't even know it's inconsistency. I just think there is deficiencies that I don't want to say deficiencies because I think they can be learned. I just think you brought a guy over here. He got over here. Now it's like, okay, here it is. Now you're on this team. You're playing with these guys.
I'm sitting there watching him beat people down the court. I'm sitting there.
You take him in. You see him.
Is it just against the undersized? Is he a bully? Because he looks phenomenal against some of the lighter competition.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I say I want him here. As much as I jump on him, I don't want to lose him. I hope he's back here at Louisville again next year because I think he can make a really big jump and be a really good player next year. Add a couple of more athletic.
Does he just need to learn how to jump?
I mean,
it's almost like I think I would send him to like a plyometric guy or something. Like,
yeah, but I mean, is he ever going to play with a better lob guy? Because guess what? I'm going to tell you right now, London Johnson, that shot's going to the basket, not to your hands. And I think London Johnson's going to be a good player for us, but that's not how he's going to play. Now, we'll bring in other guards as well, you know, but, I mean, are you going to play with a better lob guy? I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you saying, you know, he needs to learn how to jump. I'm not disagreeing with that. It's kind of, we're kind of having two different conversations, but I don't want to rely on that.
Okay, where does Isaac McNeely rank?
I still like McNeely just because I you know, we've talked about it ad nauseum. I think he has a pull on the court, and he's a guy that, you know, you'll go to Clemson and he'll hit 4 threes.
Right. Like, I haven't checked out. Like, I understand being mad at somebody for getting cooked, but it's like sometimes you're not getting cooked as bad as it looks. But it's like once we start saying you're the defensive liability, if you give up 6 points, they're all 6. You're going to remember that.
Well, and there's a little bit of some of it is Marcus and Steve centric. It bothers us. I don't like, and I feel like I've watched a couple games, SMU especially, where they just Andy Enfield told them all week. You could tell. He told them, that kid gets on you, get out of the way, overload one side, and whoever's on that side with him, go to work. You could tell. That was scouting report. Like they were, the way they were attacking him.
SMU looked disrespectful though.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. And that bothered me. And that's hard to get out of your head, man. Because that didn't look like in the game, oh, we just found a weak link, you know. That looked like, no, we came into the game today, dude, and we were like, we're gonna cook you, man. We are just gonna, whoever's on you, and I went back and watched, Marcus. They were actually in the corner. There's a play, okay? It wasn't, oh, God, who's your guy? It wasn't Boopy Miller, super athletic kid from New Orleans.
Pierre.
Wait,
okay,
Pierre, yeah, Pierre gets the ball. I think he's from Louisiana.
Yeah,
but
original.
So Pierre gets the ball in there.
Yeah, his name is Pierre. Yes, he's
from New Orleans.
French Quarter, yeah.
He gets the ball on the wing. The white kid's in the game that knocked down a couple threes. He immediately swings through. He's in the corner. He swings through to the other corner. They shift up. That's scouting. Mm-hmm. That was, when he gets the ball, if that kid's on one of these 3 guys, clear out. Clear to the other side. We're going to shift up. We're going to let him go to work. And Pierre goes right to the basket. I think he got fouled. I think Isaac fouled him on that exact play. But it was like, man, they just.
So do you need Isaac McNeely to shoot more?
Yeah. Yes.
That's your biggest problem.
Yes. Shoot. I mean, Rain Smith would shoot the ball. Shoot the ball, man. If not, you're not helping me. And I have to now have a conversation of, look, and I think Isaac does some good things defensively off the ball. I think he's a smart player in that. I just think he is physically. I mean, I'm going to tell a terrible story. There is a salesman that works here that's independent, right? And he comes in every once in a while. Mm-hmm. And it's our guy, okay?
Right.
We're at a tailgate, 93.9 tailgate. It's me, Phil Baker, and this guy. This is preseason, before the season even started. Isaac McNeely walks back with a group of guys. And you know this guy. He is very blunt.
Yeah, extremely.
Isaac McNeely's 5 feet from us walking by, and he goes, "Is that the 2 guard?" Yeah, I think it is. Well, he goes, "Well, that's pretty underwhelming."
But this is also a big guy that's talking.
Oh, yeah, no, he is. But Marcus, Phil and I both laughed, and then we looked and we go, that is kind of underwhelming. I thought he was a little bigger than that. I was like, oh, God. He's not very big.
So you're going to have to play bigger if you're not going to be that big.
Yeah. So, but Rain Smith looked that way too. But Rain Smith shot the ball, man. And, and I like McNeely, and I think he's a smart guy, and I think I think he's smart defensively.
Rain Smith had grown man strength, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think
he had mortgage
how
strength.
Great that kid was. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But Isaac, I'm like, man, you got to put the ball in the air, man. You got to put the ball in the air.
Just another day of disrespecting Ryan Conwell, huh?
I mean, I don't have a lot of issues with Ryan. I mean, like Ryan can win games for you. Look, I could easily say, yeah, no, rely on Ryan. As a matter of fact, the deeper we get in the tournament, the more I probably shift to. I'm sorry. The deeper we get in
to the
I think
postseason,
the more you can shift to Michael early. Michael's in a first round of an NCAA tournament, and you're playing a team you should beat, and that team hits a 3 to go up 1 with 7 minutes left.
You're looking at Ryan.
I'm looking at Ryan. You got to get us out of this, big dog. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let the young cat. He'll win us some games, but you gonna have to get us out of today. That was UC Irvine and Wayne Blackshear saying, "Look, Terry, Quentin, y'all are great. I'm a senior. Give me the basketball, and I'm going to get us out of this." And Wayne Blackshear got us out of it. You remember that game with the big 7-12 guy, NJ, unreal.
I do.
Like Wayne Blackshear and Terry and Quentin.
That was supposed. Listen, we were supposed to go home that night.
The universe. That's why we made the Elite Eight, because the universe was like, well, hell, we don't know what to do now. Like, they're not supposed to be here. So it was like we threw a wrench in the whole system.
That was the time warp, the
But it's
butterfly
also why we
effect.
couldn't go to the Final Four. It was also why we couldn't go to the Final Four. I've come to peace with that. Why? Because there's no reason Michigan State should have beat us in that game. But we weren't supposed to be there. Because we were supposed to go home game 1.
It's Back to the Future. You just start disappearing at the Elite Eight.
Yeah. It was like they beat you that night or that day, and we figured it out. And you just took a senior to say, man, give me the rock. Let me get Doc in here real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Doc, welcome in. What's going on?
So that question about who can we depend on? I think we depend on Frew and Ruth because we can count on McKell. We don't have to depend on him. We know he's going to do it. But having some front court activity, that will make a difference in the next 2 games and where we go in the conference tournament. And with regards to Isaac, Isaac's defense is always going to be Isaac's defense. But if we had a rim protector behind him, it wouldn't be as painful.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with that part.
I appreciate the call. Yeah.
And I can't have my rim protector selling all the way out. Say that again, Steve.
I was saying, I mean, I agree with what he's saying. I mean, listen, the more, I mean, and that'd be a next year. Look, that'd be the end of the year conversation. That'd be a coach. I see you wanting to press a little more. I see you need to get a couple athletic guys back there that even if they're not elite shot blockers, they're elite athletes back there that guys have to think about. That has to be a thing next year, because now we can get out and we can pressure a little more. Right now, you don't feel like you can, because if we get beat, and I think it makes us look worse defensively than we are.
Steve, this is the last thing I'll say. If I told you, if you looked at Sananda Frew's highlights, Steve, because I've had this plan for the last 10 minutes, and I told you you were getting this guy next year, you'd be saying we're going to win a championship.
Yeah, highlights. I mean, you're not wrong, man.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, later on today, I'm going to force you. Look, I'm going to I'm going to put tape on your eyeballs and force you.
Like how they did, Blanca and Street Fighter?
Yes.
You will watch all this violence.
You're just going to have to watch it. And then tomorrow you're going to feel like, we're about to go on a 12-game winning streak.
Going to kill
for the national championship. All right, shout out, Steve.
Yeah, well, it could be a revigoration for that, or we could maybe just go out and let's get everybody on Tri-State Men's Health, man. Get everybody feeling the best they felt, because how good would a team be if they were at their peak performance? And that's what we want to be, man. We want to get you back to peak performance, and our friends over at Tri-State Men's Health can do just that. So get over to tristatemenshealth.com, take their low T quiz. It's 10 questions, 2 minutes, yes or no answers, and they can get you together, make you feel better than you felt in a long time. I mean, even though Nick likes to make fun of me, I'm down 24 pounds. I'm feeling good. It might not be enough for him, but it's enough for me.
You look great.
And I'm happy. I'm happy with myself. I'm proud of myself. You get out there, you're gonna sleep better. You're not gonna need a midday nap, and I'm not talking about you, Marcus. That's just your thing. It's okay. But I mean, one where you're like, if I don't, I'm done.
Fair.
That's different than routine. So get over there, check them out. Tri-State Men's Health, one of the great locations in Louisville, Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati, 2 in Columbus, 1 in Dayton, and they will get you taken care of today. And if you sign up for testosterone, they'll waive the $99 fee. So get over there and check them out. Tri-State Men's Health. Let them know you heard about them right here on 93.9 The Bill.
Denny Crumb Potato Soup Luncheon, 11 to 2, Roosters, Middletown, Shelbyville Road, or you can donate to support the Denny Crumb Scholarship Foundation. Just go to dennycrumb.com to support from afar. 93.9 The Bill. Appreciate you, Nick.
We are right in the heart of winter, so it's time to ask yourself if your heating system can make it to spring. So if you have...
All right, good people. I know I hate the kicking, the shooting with the kick out. James, God, it makes me sick.